venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Carolina Panthers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback in his 5th season now, the former number 2 overall pick, Carson Wentz.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers? 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss. Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 25-yard line.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, it's Wentz. He'll get this to Eckler. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Number 31, Rocky.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
To A.J. Green. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Carolina.
Jackson on first down. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Gronkowski.
That one goes for 24 yards.
First down
from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And it's
on 3rd down, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
34-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. He gets this one to Boyd. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 2nd down at 4. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him?
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because Who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
A fumble on the play. Recover at 5.
And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Down, Chiefs.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Jackson now to return. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs.
A fumble on the play. Recover it by the Chiefs.
And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring him?
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. There for the sack, Everson Griffin.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The score, Chiefs 17.
So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or in this case, a field goal.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Sean Jackson on the return. The Panthers take over 1st and...
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down...
don't want to.
Well, no, but... Oh, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
He's brought down at the...
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
1st down, Carolina.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. And no return from Montgomery. Bring it out to the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air. That's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the 2nd quarter. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and a yard. Working from the gun, Wentz. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Eluding the pressure right. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Wentz going to throw. Going for it all. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from Tyler Boyd. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Jackson now to return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. Now a timeout taken.
Jackson.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. From the gun, Jackson completes it to Fitzgerald. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down Broadway.
The score.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL here on this first day of November. We'll begin our trip around the NFL.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.
Jason Myers.
The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call sent him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. When that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson, and it's hauled in by Jared Cook.
Jackson.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pick.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
At the 25-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. Green brings it in. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Jackson's pass.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Now Wentz. Quick slant to Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Chiefs.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on second down.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Austin Eckler with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. They were able to push him backwards on first down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And that's caught inside the 30. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play there for Carolina. 57 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. A third quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10. To throw again, Jackson. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
On the slant, complete to Green. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Here's Jackson. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he is all the way up past the 25.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 25.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because
What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. He's got Burton here. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brings up
able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Wentz. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Everson Griffin able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
incomplete.
2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. A gain there of 21 yards. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The quick slant caught. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Buying time to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not the keeper.
Well, we always talk about how you got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that in. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Touchdown, Carolina.
Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step one, the touchdown. You need a two-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if you're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for two again. That's why teams are practicing multiple two-point plays.
We saw that Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big two-point conversions. And hold the phone now. This game isn't over yet.
Not at all. Now, get the football back. That's the first thing. However you do it, get the ball back and then manipulate the clock with your offense because you've got to get the ball into the end zone.
And no return from Montgomery. Bring it out to the 25. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the second time. A little 360. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So Lamar Jackson in the offense, down by 8, 1:14 to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Jackson operating from the gun. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Jackson.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. Throwing now is Jackson. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Looked up by Jesse Bates.
The 2-point attempt is no good.
So the inability there to get the 2-point conversion sort of leaves the door at least a little bit more ajar.
And puts the onus now on the kickoff team and the defense to make sure they don't give up a big play that puts them in position to lose.
Especially on this kickoff. Got to be careful. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big 4th quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? In the 4th quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
Well, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit, they were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, time, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for the Chiefs, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.